You naze nayenza indaba. Hi Shem naze nayenza indaba, guys, on Twitter. Hi Shem naze nayenza indaba. That's all I'm going to say, because wow, I know I'm late to the party, but the whole discourse, hi Shem Nikona. So for those who are wondering what I'm talking about, I'm sure you guys have already seen it, hence so I'm not going to play the video. In the Bagatti fellow, she was talking about how you don't love yourself if you sleep with multiple men. But I'm going to add my 2 cents to it. But before I add my 2 cents to it, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Guys, please watch the ads. It's very important, as well as click the thank you button. If you're a small YouTuber wanting to promote your channel through my platform, please hit me up on Instagram. A comment down below. We will talk. I'll be doing this for free of charge, as I understand how hard difficult it may be to promote your business out there. When you do hit me up on Instagram, please send me a 1-minute video of you explaining what your YouTube channel is and the link to your channel, so the service know where to find you. If you don't know, if you don't know, but I don't even know how you don't know, if you are a subby on this channel, that I have another channel out there, please go and flock the channel. I'll really appreciate it. I'm actually posting something exciting tomorrow, so if I was you, I was gonna run there. So guys, you know how I normally say, please get yourself something to drink. Well, who doesn't have anything interesting to drink today? She has some sparkling water. Guys, at this point I should just get a soda stream. The way I'm so obsessed with sparkling water, and I don't even know why I don't have the big bottles, because I'm always getting this. And funny enough, when I want it, I always get it on special at Clicks, like 2 for 15 rand. I think I have 6 now. Crazy, but and I finished 6 before I got the 6 I have. So in the Rami Aiko, guys, I should just invest in the soda stream. But anyway, how am I gonna invest in the soda stream when you guys don't watch the ads? Or you don't even contribute to the thank you button. Guys, aning season I don't know how, but aning season. So anyway, on today's topic, we are going to be talking about fellow guys, beautiful young lady on TikTok. I'm not someone who follows the content, but recently with the whole discourse or the video she made talking about, if you sleep around, you don't love yourself, and woo, she opened up a whole curtain of worms because people were just coming for her. So I know I'm late to the party in terms of when it comes to these topics, and other bloggers have spoke about it. Hence, I don't know, should I play the video? Actually, let me play the videos so you guys don't get confused, because I know some other people don't actually watch other bloggers and actually watch mine. But if you do, I don't have an issue, because you know what, sonke senze, and I would be glad if you also go and support other gossip blogs. So anyway, so I'm going to play the first video up where she what actually caused the whole discourse.
You sleep around because you do not love yourself. Unfortunately, our generation has really normalized hookup culture. We have normalized sleeping around and sleeping with people that you don't even know. People go to the club nowadays, they meet someone that they're physically attracted to, and then they just sleep with them. Don't get me wrong, I am all for sexual liberation, okay? But the rate that our generation is going, firstly, there are so many reasons why you shouldn't be sleeping with someone that you just met. As cliche as it sounds, you do not know them. You don't know what diseases they carry. You don't know what energy they carry. You know nothing about them. You only know as far as they have told you about themselves. Also, being a man that sleeps around does not make you the man. I promise you, we are way past that. If you are a man that sleeps around, we see you the same way that you guys see a woman that sleeps around. It's so crazy how this thing is only imposed onto women, and it's rarely ever imposed onto men. Every time a woman sleeps around, they're going to say that she's very easy. And you know who says all these things? You guessed it, men. Almost every person that I've ever spoken to that has been partaking in sleeping with a lot of people that they don't know always says, I am just a girl, or I am just in my 20s. Your 20s are for living. Don't get me wrong, your 20s are for living, but there's a fine line between you living and you ruining your future. You can live, you can go out and party and do all these things that you want to do, but you don't gotta take it that far every time. I've never spoken to anyone who used to sleep around who actually said that they would do it again. I'm not saying that your 20s should be boring, but I'm saying that there's more to your 20s than you being a victim of hookup culture. Right now, I'm specifically talking to my girls, okay? You don't want to look back at your 20s and all you did during your 20s was chase after men and sleep around, okay? Because I promise you, some of these mistakes that we make in our 20s are irreversible. And just like that, we are done. I look good. I feel good. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next one.
And then, guys, I'm going to play the second video where she was addressing that video.
People trying to come at me for living with my boyfriend at the age of 22 will always be the funniest thing to me, alright? The other day I posted a video where I was like, you sleeping around shows a lack of self-love. When I tell you that I got a lot of comments from people who are like, let people do what they want to do with their bodies. You live with your boyfriend and he hasn't married you, so we're not that different. What? If you feel defensive at the fact that I said that sleeping around means that you don't love yourself, I am justified to think that you are sleeping around. Then you coming here and saying that you and I are the same is the funniest thing ever. Because yes, I do live with my boyfriend, but guess what? I am actually sleeping with my boyfriend, not multiple men. So yeah, we are quite different. All the videos that I make where I speak about things that most content creators don't speak about, I make them specifically for my girls, okay? If you feel attacked most of the time, it's because you do not want to face the truth. It's the same thing when I made the video of self-confidence where I was like, a lot of women hate to see a confident woman, okay? Because you are a reflection of what they think they can never be. And guess who came for me in the comments? The same insecure women that I was speaking about. I just need people to understand that you cannot shame the shameless, okay? I do not need to live with my boyfriend. I want to live with him. You absolutely cannot shame me for the things that I chose to put on the internet. I was never forced to come here and tell you guys that I live with my boyfriend at the age of 22. That can't be the comeback that you think it is. You can't be like, oh my god, I sleep around, but you're the same because you live with a man that didn't marry you. I literally sleep with one man. Like, what are you saying? You guys are so funny. People are always saying, but you're performing wifely duties for a man that didn't marry you. Who said that? I think a lot of people tend to project their own experiences onto other people. That's where a lot of people go wrong. Because in a lot of people's heads, when you are a woman and you live with a man, you have to always cook. You have to always clean. You have to always do his laundry while your man chills and does nothing. That is not how it works in this relationship. If anything, God blessed me with a man that has accepted that I am not a very domesticated woman. I do not like cooking. I do not like doing hard labor. Most of the time, my boyfriend is the one who does the cooking and I load the dishwasher. We live a very comfortable life together. I'm quite literally a princess in this house and that will never change. Trust me when I tell you that I can take it when people disagree with me, but I will not take disrespect. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Some of us actually do get a happy ending. My mom is the only parent that I have left. She is the closest person to me and I promise you, my mom said yes. Most people who shame me for living with my partner would grab that chance with both hands if they could, okay? You go over to your partner's place every weekend, you cook for him, you clean for him, you do his laundry, but you're gonna come here and judge me for living with my boyfriend? Please. But I'm just gonna leave it right here because right now I feel so good. I look so good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much and I'll see you guys in my next one. Mwah.
Before I say my 2 cents or anything, I am not standing on anyone's side. I am not standing on whether you should do your own thing or whatever. I am just neutral when it comes to this thing. I don't have any side. But one thing I want to say, whatever that she was saying, rich coming from her. That's all I'm going to say. That is so rich coming from Mudwaki Pidayo. But then said Afrikaans marriage, money visa, because guys, let people, what I'm going to say is that let people do whatever they want to do with their bodies. I know people are going to say you guys don't care about HIV, STIs and all that. The truth of the matter is people actually don't care about these things. This is being real, or the reality of things, and this is how things are. So the fact that you guys are going to go on social media and say people don't care, people actually don't care about these things. You know how many people have multiple sexual partners? Is crazy. So if I was you guys, I would just khohlwa njengaleyo ndaba ngasikhulula ngabe-teacher we-LO ngathi LO teachers ibahlulile le ndaba, wena uzoba uba on social media preaching about it. So what you said in the first video, I do not find anything wrong with that. However, it was rich coming from her, because you cannot be preaching one thing and you are also doing the exact same thing. It's just that you are doing it with one person. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. And also another thing is the second video that she made is what got people, rubbed people off the wrong way. Guys, there's this tone that she uses in the second video that just got people, sparked people. So we're gonna read a few comments. It is sleeping around is wrong. Vat'N said is wrong. There are no excuses to both. Don't justify them. They're wrong. Both things are wrong. This is why sometimes on social media I feel like we should watch what we say for situations like this, because there was a lady on TikTok. I don't know if I find her video, I'm going to play it up next.
What is so ironic is that the last time I recorded a video for TikTok like this was about 2 years ago, and I still had a boyfriend by then, and most of the content that I put out there, it was always centered around me and my ex. And even though I had some problematic views, I never really put them out here, like on I never really put them on my TikTok. Like every time I shared stuff, I was always talking about me and my boyfriend. I never really said what I thought or felt about other women or what other people were doing with their bodies. I never, like, you know what, this is me. Now I'm going to talk about, what somebody else is doing with their body, right? So, that being said, I had my friends first, second year, third year, right? Yeah, that were not in relationships and they were just navigating, dating, getting to know people, being young women and girls in their early 20s, late teens that are just navigating, dating, and figuring out what they love and even though I've always been about women doing whatever they want, respecting women's autonomy, and really hoping that women just be without judgment, I always, at the back of my mind, felt that my one friend that I was actually so close with, I'm better than her because I was with this one guy who was my boyfriend and I saw all the time. And in that time, she was always going on dates, always doing this, sometimes not coming back home, and as much as I never really said it, I did feel like I am better than her because I just felt like, she's out there, she's exposing herself to so much, and so much can go wrong. And I always felt like I'm protected because I am with this one guy. Guys, the shock that hit me when I found out that as much as like I was with this one guy was with God knows how many people. The shock that hit me when I was confronted with this truth that, oh sweetie, as much as like you think you are better because you're in a relationship and you have it all figured out with this one person and your friend is navigating dating, you are not better than her. Because I then found out that this guy was doing God knows what, and so when I saw baby girl's initial video, I honestly agreed with it because we cannot accept and encourage sleeping around. But the second video, in her very own words, she said something like, me sleeping with my boyfriend and you sleeping with a bunch of strangers, you want to compare me to you? No, I am better. Oh, Sana, you're not better, my baby. Like, you are not better. And you know what? And even if you are better in your own mind, it's still all benefits men, guys. And so, yeah, that being said, I'm just gonna say, when you are trending on Twitter, because I've seen some of the girls' videos here on TikTok, seems like a really nice girl. I really don't think that she is such a bad person and oh my god, she's this big pick me. But also, there is something about when we are younger in relationships, and whether you say or not, like, you do sometimes feel like you are better than the next girl because suddenly you have it all figured out and you are so judgmental towards your peers that are just out there. And the confrontation that's going to hit you when maybe things don't go right between you and the current partner, that you feel like, because I'm here and I'm set, everybody else is beneath me, is terrible. Well, Yeah, and also, highlight letsatsi la how Twitter, how trend is really, it's your day to trend on Twitter. And no matter like what your intention was, it's your day and you really can't reason with people or try to explain to them, oh no, this is not what I meant, this is what I meant. It's your day. It's gonna play out for 2 to 3 days and you will always be remembered as that girl. I know this, Sana, because I trend a lot on Twitter, and yeah, but it's you just have to see it play out, and it will pass. But also, you are not better than the next person because you have it figured out.
If you listened to that video, she is explaining the exact same thing Ugel is in the exact situation. If you've realized, Tifela's content is all about women and all that and da 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 da. But her main, if you realize, her main content is centered around her main. I know you guys are going to be like, no, you are hating. But if you listen carefully, oh, my man's gonna take out my hair. Oh, let's do this for my man. Oh, 1, 2, 3, amen. I love her tips, the tips she gives out. She's more about feminine hygiene and all and this and that. She's a girl's girl. She will plug you if anything. But yeah, you will see. I'm not saying her content is not supposed to be centered around her men. I'm just saying there's more to life than anyway, let's go and do this with my boyfriend. And I know someone is gonna be like, yeah, you guys are just jealous because you guys don't live with your boyfriend. Sorry, sissy. No. No. And even Sonja. So let's read the following comments here because woo, Among Vat'N said is something that never appealed to me. There's something so beautiful about saving up to Lobola a girl and earning the right to stay with her. Beautiful. If any, beautiful. I'm gonna say this. I love the statement. However, I'm not coming for girl. I'm just saying, guys, sometimes effort and set is important before you get married so you can see what type of person you're dealing with, because this is also another reason why there's an increase in a lot of divorces or separations or things not going well, because you guys has never lived together, never seen this, have you don't know what you're putting yourself through. So as much as I don't like the concept of it, but let's be real, and in reality, like South Africa, most of the couples are doing it. So, but I love what the guy said, to earn the right to stay with her, to save up. So, I know some of you guys want to feel like my comments are because in Pikelezi engiyithanda mina engizokwazi ukukhuluma ngazo, engizokwazi uku-eda u-2 cents one. Her deep dive about sleeping around is good, but she also needs to do one about Vat'N said. She's too young for that. 22, you are staying at home or sharing a flat with a bestie. That's what, personally, I just feel like she's too young for if Vat'N said. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm from a Zulu family, and it's very important to earn your parents' respect, to earn that thing this, to earn the right to, for me personally, it's important. I don't know about other cultures. I'm not speaking for the Zulu culture. I'm just saying for my household, I need to do things differently, but Tina, like her, it's very important. So Vat'N said at the age of 22, but you want to judge people for their life choices. But if I call her and her family loose and morally bankrupt for allowing that setup, I would be the problem. Guys, personally, given the whole situation, what do I call this? Yeah, GBV. The last thing I'd want to do is my daughter living with her boyfriend. Sorry. And this has got nothing to do with this, but that's the last thing I want to know. To Inganami Eli is safe. Personal. And I know you guys are gonna come for me now, but if anything were to break down, Ulams and guy doesn't look like he's about to fight, he's strong enough to fight it off. And I know you guys are gonna feel like, no, you're so wrong for that and all that. But sorry, like seeing the video, seeing the whatever, and you're getting like, If you were the love of his life, he wouldn't have put you in that predicament, Vat'N said, in the first place. That man has zero respect for you or your parents, so better wear. personally, if umuntu uyakuthanda mina, they wouldn't put you in that predicament. Personally, if you can work, get the money to lobola you, akshade aklala nawe as he says he loves you, uhlulwa yini. And also, I also don't like the fact that she's like, yeah, guys, let's be real. People are out there to explore, whether we like it or not. And unfortunately, it's happening out there. So, like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but hey, that's the reality of the matter. After seeing so much, you moved into a little apartment is still killing me. Damn. I think she was judging people for sleeping around. It's wrong. I don't know, man. I'm finding it hard, actually impossible to locate what's wrong with what this lady is saying. We have normalized indecency to point out where anyone who calls it out is wrong for calling it out. And she's 20 something, she's fat and setting. This shouldn't have come from her mouth at all. Shut up and go clean up after that man that hasn't given you a mere promise ring. Guys, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes she was just supposed to and keep it moving. From my and keep it moving. She was not supposed to say anything, because this is like contradicting herself. No, if you don't, because I remember the only difference is that she's sleeping with one man and others are sleeping with multiple partners. So it's funny, you guys are both committing a sin. There's no difference. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, she said nothing wrong in the video, but now the tone, the way she said, yeah, you don't love yourself if you're like. Guys, I want us to understand that we are grown, we are adults. People choose different choices in their life. Yes, she chose to fat and set at the age that she's at and sleep with one man. Others chose to be out there and explore sexually and and all that. And you know what's funny? Because she's going on about, yeah, and I pointed this out from a TikTok. Someone on TikTok said it is like, just because when ulala nomunte one doesn't mean you won't catch those things. Just because in head. Because someone said in your head you think ulala nomuntu one kan nomuntu olala naye he's sleeping with 5 other people, so you could still contract it. Take for example, married woman, she sleeps with her husband, but she ends up contracting HIV ganjan, but she hasn't been around, but her husband has been around. That's what I'm saying, guys. Don't ever think I sleep with one person and safe. I will go safe, son. You should also be cautious as the rest of, as not the rest of us, but as the rest of, let me just say us, like people, to be cautious with yay, you know. But anyways, guys, comment down below if you feel about the situation. If you like this kind of video, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the. Love you guys.